Next, we have new business, and I know Annie D'Agostino has something to talk about with transportation, so I'll let you start.
Yes. I know I've sent out like a ton of emails about buses. I'm Annie D'Agostino. You've got an email from me about the bus. Oh, I have to do the mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the deal with the buses. Every year at the beginning of the year, we have this problem. They sometimes fix it, and we've decided we want to get it fixed for good this year. And the problem is that one bus is very overcrowded and two buses are very undercrowded, if that's a word. So we are trying to switch one bus so that there will be two buses for the Lake Claire area and one bus for Inman Park versus two buses for Inman Park and one for Lake Claire. So right now the Lake Claire bus has, did I just turn it on? No. Right now the Lake Claire bus is going between 75 and 80 kids sometimes, and some parents are surreptitiously pulling kids off and bringing them home in our cars so that Miss Bailey doesn't have to make two trips like she did 2 years ago and leave some kids at school and come back. Yeah, so that's what, and then the two other buses are around 15 to 20 each. So Kelly Crutcher and I met with Transportation last week. Transportation, like Oz or whatever. We met with them last week, and Supervisor Mizell totally understood what was going on, and we gave her suggested routes. We had driven the routes and showed her exactly what we think we think it should flow, and supposedly that will get approved and show on the website tomorrow morning by 8 a.m. The problem is that then they will implement it Monday. So we have one weekend to get the word out to every parent whose child rides the bus that their bus number may change. It may not, but it might. So look for an email from me tomorrow. We're going to work with the teachers to get the teachers to email their distribution lists. Here's, the bus schedule. And, yeah.
I just want to make sure, did you check with Ms. Bailey on the bus routes to make sure that, because she's got a really good idea.
Miss Bailey gave me, I showed her the new bus route, and Miss Bailey, Maryland for 18 years, and she knows her stuff. She already drove the route, gave me times. She said, if Transportation gives you these times, they're wrong. This is what is going to go, like she's me. So look for information about that, because hopefully we'll get the routes changed tomorrow. It'll start on Monday. Everyone will get new permanent tags that look like this, and for their backpacks.
You guys think you're actually better off without it? It's kind of coming and going. You're plenty loud without microphone.
Oh, really?
It just kind of comes and goes.
Yeah. Good.
It's loud.
Yeah.
I'm loud.
We can hear you. We can hear you. That's fine.
So, does anyone have any questions about the bus? Lots of questions. Yes. Yes. The new route will have times and everything with every stop.
How is the Inman side affected? Is there a 15 or 20 minute increase in or delay, or how's that?
No, there's no delays because they'll still get to school on time. And with this, right now the buses are, especially the Lake Claire bus, is running really late. But Ms. Bailey has already, we checked with every bus driver to see what school they go to next, and they're all within the cluster. So they have plenty of time to get to their next route. So is that what you were asking, sort of?
Kind of.
Did I?
He's asking if it's gonna take longer for the kids to get home because there's gonna be
Right.
more stops
no.
on that particular bus.
Right.
Oh, I thought you meant in middle school and how, okay. It won't take longer because the stops that they're doing right now, if you're in Inman Park, you could be getting off at one stop and the other bus is literally passing you to go to the next stop. It's very convoluted how it's all working. So this is actually streamlining it. So hopefully, and so, there doesn't need to be a bus at this corner and at that corner where you're seeing both stops and you're standing right here.
Are some of the stops gonna be eliminated?
There's only one stop right now that's going to be consolidated, and that's because they're across the street from each other. And Miss Bailey actually said when she used to drive that route, she always made it one stop. I don't see any stops eliminated, but it might make people think, I don't need to go to that stop. This is actually closer to my house and change. But we literally took bus 603 and took bus 565 and put the routes together. And we took a couple of stops off of one of them, like any Candler Park stops are now on the lake. There's 2 Candler Park stops and they're now on the Lake Claire buses. So everything west of Moreland is on one bus, everything east of Moreland is on other buses. which should make sense, right? One other thing, and Supervisor Mizell is really cognizant that when construction starts, all bets are off. And so now, with the buses all being between about 40 to 50 kids each, there is room, max is 72, if all little bodies are sheltered. So once construction starts, we'll have that leeway to have more people be able to ride the bus, especially in the afternoon. And she also said, if there's a bus stop that's close to you within walking distance and you're not technically allowed to ride the bus, if you can walk to the bus stop, just walk there and ride it, especially during construction. So, yes.
So I never got a bus, something was supposed to be mailed, and I don't think my son has a car, like tag, he knows what to do, and he's made it home every day, so. But is there supposed to be some more?
Well, I had people email me, and you can totally email me your information. You did? Probably have it on my list, but he might not have gotten a tag from his teacher.
Okay,
But,
it's not necessary, obviously.
It's not necessary. The reason I have the list is not because you need permission to ride the bus. It is because when there's a delay, if one of the buses is running late because they were at a field trip and it got off late and they didn't get here later, the administration will call one of the 3 bus captains and say, bus 595 is running 5 minutes late. And then that captain just texts all the parents so that they don't freak out when their kid is not getting off at the right time. So that's the only reason I need the information, not because you need permission.
Well, I think the DOT might want to hire you guys.
Kelly.
Do you know, like, it's not about the routes, but the bus drivers are supposed to have EpiPen training, and that didn't happen last year. Do you know, like, are you like the official liaison with the?
I can find out.
Because, I don't know why we can't use the buses. I don't know how many other parents are affected.
I can find out.
EpiPen training for allergies.
Oh, okay.
So, shock.
Other questions?
Are the tags only for after-school bus riders?
No, for everybody. And I also had a question yesterday from a mom while we were sitting at the dance class about whether or not, her daughter might want to try the bus for a couple days. Totally fine. You don't have to sign up. If you want to try the bus and see if you like it, go ahead. And we'll give you a tag. We have plenty, I think. But yeah, morning or afternoon, they'll just have a tag. And really the tags are, because the afternoon ridership is so much larger than the morning ridership, then if we can just spot, okay, blue, getting on the blue bus, blue, blue, you can just spot the colors and you make sure, especially the little guys, you're not getting on the wrong bus.
Our best advice for Monday is wait 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes, until you call the school. And don't leave the stop. Because once you leave the stop, your kid cannot be dropped off and is then riding the rest of the route until the driver can bring them back to school. So when parents call, that's my first question. Has it been at least 10 minutes? Because things happen, traffic happens. And please just stay at your stop and call us back at this time if your child is still not gotten off. And then we can get in touch with transportation. In the meantime, we're trying to contact them to find your child. There's never been a child truly lost. There's been a kid on the wrong bus. There's been lots of kids brought back because parents have left the stop. But never, as long as I've been here, and I don't know about, not truly lost. So.
And the bus drivers are pretty vigilant about, they will not, grandpa comes to the bus stop, they will ask, who are you? Do you have permission? Usually they require a note, so they're very strict on that, which is wonderful.
Thank you, Annie. Oh, yes.